yo, who you talking to? And she was like, I'm not talking to you. I was like, oh, okay. And then she goes, I'm talking to her right there. So I was like this, yo, check this out. And I square up as much as I can. I'm like, yo, check this out. If you talking to her, you talking to me. So since you ain't talking to me, you ain't talking to her. You dig? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am continuing with this amazing Vlogmas content. Today is Vlogmas day 7. I think I am finally on track, on schedule. I got the backlog of editing of my previous videos done, so you will be seeing videos almost in real time because, you know, film a day ahead, post the next day kind of thing from me. So let's see, today my sister is working today, so we are going to try to have like an abridged afternoon at the beach, especially since the sun sets at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So we're going to try to get out of here when we can and head over to the beach. Sorry, it's like really gross. We're going to try to head over to the beach when we can. I am grading some papers today. I have a few students who are asking me what assignments they're missing, so I want to go through and send that to them because I don't want to be grading papers forever. And then I'm going to be looking for some more RFPs. I have one RFP submission to finalize. I have another one to start. That one is due on the 14th. And then looking for some additional ones and seeing what other opportunities are out there for a fractional chief communications officer. Then I think we are going to do like just like a chill night at a bar or something. I'm not really a bar girl, but we'll see. If there's food, I can make a way and just bother people, which is my favorite pastime, people watching and bothering. So I will keep you updated, let you know what's coming next, and wherever we end up, I will give you the 411 and all the hot piping tea on what's happening. See you soon. Hey people. So I am dressed for the beach. This is the suit that I'm wearing today. It's a one piece. This is from Keva by Keva J. She is a black, Florida-based swimsuit designer. And she makes lovely, intricately designed swimsuits. This one is one of the easier ones to get into, but I love how they look once you put them on. And they literally can fit just about every body type. Like for real, for real. So to accompany my swimsuit, I have these shorts from American Eagle. And I love how they fit. Like they're really stretchy. This is one of the reasons why I love American Eagle. I wear like their shorts and jeans almost exclusively now. See, great fitting. And this is a vintage swim cover up top from Spiegel when I used to work there back in the day, back in my fashion days. I also have a sarong that goes with this, but I didn't bring the sarong with me. So this is how I'm accessorizing this today, which is why I have on the headband. I had on an all black one, but I think it was a little bit too big for my head. I wanted to look a little boho chic today, get it a crack-a-lackin'. And I already put on my sunblock, because you know, even though we dark skinned, we gotta take care of that skin. We don't wanna have any issues with skin cancer or anything like that in the future. All right, so once we head out to the beach, you'll hear from me again. And I'll let you know what we're gonna do while we're there, if we're gonna eat, have drinks, or just chill, or whatever. So, See you soon. Hey y'all, I'm back. We decided not to go out. We've just been lounging around the house. So instead of a cute video about what we're doing, I decided to do a story time because I got stories for days. This particular story time is about the time that me and my coworkers, Saran, Tori, and Eva, almost got jumped by a pregnant woman while we were on our lunch hour. Yeah, like this is 100% a true story. So just to set the scene for you a little bit, we all worked for JetBlue and we worked in corporate communications, but we supported different work groups within the airline. We used to be located in Forest Hills and then we relocated to Long Island City. Now, I've grown up in New York since I was 2 years old, so I knew that Long Island City was a very rough industrial area. And I remember when the company said that we were moving there, one of the reasons they said we were moving to Long Island City is because it was an up and coming neighborhood, you know, essentially wanted to gentrify, be there first, etc., etc. Now, me being the smart ass that I am, I was like, it might be up and coming, but it's still down and gone. So I was like, why are we going there? Anyway, we moved there. Long story short, I want to say within like the first couple of weeks, there wasn't like a lot of eateries or restaurants around. There were some, and most of the time since we had been there, it was still fairly warm. So most of the time since we were there, we either brought our own lunch or we went like someplace else. This particular day, I don't know why we didn't go somewhere else, but we decided let's, you know, we didn't want something big, we didn't want to go far, we didn't want to be out long. So we were like, well, there's a Checkers across the street, and I was like, all right, I could get fries, and everybody was like, oh, burgers or whatever. So the four of us traipse across the street. Now it's me from the Bronx, Tori from Newburgh, Saran from San Diego, and Eva from Brooklyn. So we're all, you know, with the exception of Saran, because, you know, San Diego is not like, you know, known for like rowdiness or whatever. So we've all, you know, been around situations. So we go across the street and we go into the Checkers, and we are on, I want to say, but we cross the street and it's like 4 lanes in one direction, 4 lanes in the other direction. So it's a pretty wide street, even though we're literally going just across the street. Pretty wide street, and we go into the Checkers, and the Checkers is a very small establishment. It's literally shaped like a box. You walk in, there's like seating at the door. There's like the trash cans and stuff and the trays that you could put back if you've eaten in. And then it's like a straight shot to the front of the restaurant. We go to the front where you place your order and you pay for your food. And there's like a lot of people in there because it's like 12:30. Now, I don't usually go out to lunch at that early, but I want to say we had something we were working on. And so we all decided that we were going to go at that time. So we're all like huddled together because there's some rough looking people in there, okay? And even though I grew up in the South Bronx, and even though Tori grew up in Newburgh, and even though Eva grew up in Brooklyn, like we're used to seeing like rough people, but there were so many like rough looking people in there that we were like, oh my God. And we're all wearing like heels. Well, Tori didn't wear heels back then, but we're all wearing heels. Tori had on like dress slacks, a nice blouse. I had on a pencil skirt, a fitted, tailored button-down shirt. Saran had on something similar, but a little bit more trendy. And Eva had on like this really pretty dress and heels. So you could tell that we're all like professional women. And we're at the front, we all place our orders, and then it's like the front is here where you place your order, but then you have to stand over to the side to wait for them to call you and tell you your order's ready. By the time that we already made it to the front, there was so many people who came in after us, right? We didn't realize. So we get to the front and like we turn and we see like, oh my God, there's all these people. So now there's this woman in, again, a whole bunch of people, but there's this woman who happened to be pregnant. I don't think we realized she was pregnant at first, like until she, well, I'll get to that part. We didn't realize that she was pregnant at first, but there was this woman who was like really, really like staring at us, and we just could not figure out why she was staring so much. So we're just like, okay. And, you know, we're talking amongst ourselves and we're like laughing or whatever. And every couple of minutes, we turn around again to see if a lot more people have come in, because it's a very small space for there to be so many people. And I don't know what was taking them so long behind the counter, child, but they were taking forever. Long story short, we're standing there. We turn around one more time. And then the woman at the back stands up and squares up. And that's when we see that she has like the protruding pregnant belly. Very pronounced, very pregnant. And she was like, "Hey, yo, something funny? You got a problem or something?" And now everybody who's like waiting on the side is like looking around to each other being like, "What the fuck she talking to?" Now, why it didn't register in Rael's head to just let crazy people be crazy, and I say crazy, I don't know if she was crazy, why it didn't register in my head to just like ignore it, I don't know. But then I do this. I was like, "Yo, who you talking to?" And she was like, "I'm not talking to you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then she goes, "I'm talking to her right there." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I turned and I realized she's talking about Saran. So I was like this, "Yo, check this out." And I square up as much as I can. I'm like, "Yo, check this out. If you talking to her, you talking to me. So since you ain't talking to me, you ain't talking to her. You dig?" Now, why I thought I was going to be boo-boo and really be up out there like I was wanting that smoke, or like I was really going to fight her, I don't know. Now, a couple things to know about me. I am a lady. I could throw hands. I prefer not to. I will never start a fight, but if you bring one to my front door, I ain't gonna back down from one. It's just not gonna happen, because you ain't gonna punk me at all. I know probably not a very healthy attitude to have, but that's just my mentality. You ain't gonna punk me. So she's still standing there like writhing, like pacing back and forth. And remember, we're at the front of the store where we place and pick up the orders. She's at the back of the store where the front door is. So now Eva, Saran, and Tori and I are like, "Oh shit, we gotta pass this chick to get out. Our food still ain't ready." For some reason, the line stops moving. I don't know if everybody done tuned into the crazy show that was taking place, right? But the line wasn't moving. They weren't moving any faster with getting the food ready. And she's still pacing, and she was like, "Yo, I swear to God, like, I don't know why these chicks keep watching me," and blah, 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 blah. And she's like getting amped. So I keep checking. I'm like, "Yo, is our food ready?" And then finally, they're like, "Okay, here." So we grab our food, and they're like, "Oh my God." The girls and I are like, "Oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And I was like, "Yo, y'all go out first, and I'll walk out last." I don't know why I thought that was a brilliant plan, because Tori is taller than all of us. I don't know. Like, I was just like, "Y'all go out first." I guess because I was the one who was talking, I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if she does something, she'll do it to me, but I don't care. So they're walking in front of me, and I'm the last one. I know Saran went out first, and I want to say Tori went out next, and then Eva, and then me. So the whole time, like, I'm walking, and I, you know, have a little feminine walk too. So I'm walking to the front or to the back to get out of Checkers, and she's standing there. She sat down for a while, but then she gets up and she's still like she wants that smoke. So I'm looking at her up and down, and I got the ice grill on my face, and I'm like, "Sup?" And then she was like, yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm like, "Yo, whatever. And I walk out. Now we get to the center divider, and we're all like, "Oh my God. I was like, "Yo, what was that?" I was like, "Yo, she was really acting like she wanted to kill us." I was like, "How are we gonna come out to lunch and practically almost get jumped by a pregnant crackhead?" I was like, "Where are we? Like, where do we work?" And Tori was like, "I cannot believe you did that." I was like, "Yo, I wasn't gonna let her threaten any of us or punk us." And Saran was the youngest, but you know, like I said, she's from San Diego, but still, I was just like, "Yo, oh girl, what you're not gonna do is be up out here and think because we in our work clothes, I won't throw hands." And that's why I was like, "Yo, if you talking to any of them, you talking to me. And you already said you ain't talking to me. So you ain't talking to none of them. I wasn't going to let anything happen to us. But I just thought that it was so crazy. I was like, yo, we are literally in the ghetto. Like, this is the worst. The worst. The worst. So there you have it. That's the time that me and my friends almost got jumped by a pregnant crackhead in Long Island City. Allow me to say thank you so much, as always, for allowing me into your world, and thank you for sharing a peace of mind. Until the next video, Auf Wiedersehen!